If someone were to grant you one wish, what would you wish for? Quick, make a wish as fast as you can. I wonder what you wished for. Maybe some of you were able to answer right away. You knew exactly what to wish for. Or maybe some of you, like me, have a hard time coming up with just the right wish. Hello everyone, I'm Kathleen Pelley. Welcome to Journey with Story. Today's story, in honour of St. Patrick's Day this month, is an original Irish tale written by me about a talented Irish fiddler whose music pleases the leprechaun so much that the king of the leprechauns grants him one wish. Just one wish. Let's take a journey with Finbar's wish. Finbar Flaherty was a fiddler, the finest in all of Ballybeg. At wakes and weddings and christenings, his fiddling set everyone's toes tapping and lips humming. Even the leprechauns themselves had such a fierce fondness for Finbar's fiddling that the king of the leprechauns decided to give Finbar a reward. One evening as he headed home, Finbar spotted a cap hanging from the branches of a rowan tree. "What's this?" he asked as he pulled it down. Peering closer, he noticed some writing inside. "When you wear this cap, Finbar Flaherty, one wish will be yours," he read. Beneath, in a faint squiggle, were the letters L.K. "Well, now, if it isn't the Leprechaun King himself!" cried Finbar. And for one long, lovely moment, Finbar was happy at the thought of having a wish all to himself. But as he set about deciding what to wish for, his happiness fizzled away. "One wish is no use at all," he grumbled. "Why couldn't he have given me 3 wishes, the way they do in all the tales I've heard told?" Then Finbar got to thinking, and the thinking led to an idea that made him jiggle with excitement. "Of course," he cried. "What's to stop me from wishing for all the wishes I want?" Then he jammed the cap on his head and cried, "Wishes galore! That's what I wish for!" No sooner had he spoken than deep below from the leprechaun halls there came a shudder and a shaking. "Foolish, greedy mortal!" screeched the Leprechaun King. But already Finbar had begun his wishing spree. First, he wished up some sturdy boots and a new tweed suit. Then he wished for a big pot of gold, and when that became too heavy to carry, he wished for a carriage with a driver and 6 silver horses. On and on he wished for a goose to lay golden eggs, a chest bulging with jewels, a goat, a peacock, 2 pitchers of beer, a slab of cheese, and all kinds of bits and bobs, as well as a songbird that serenaded him all the way to the front door of his cottage. "Dear me," said Finbar as he stared at his brimming carriage, "all of this will never fit in there." So he wished up a grand castle with servants, stables, and a cook. That night, Finbar sprawled in front of a blazing fire and set to more wishing. His eyes grew glazed with greed as wish after wish flew from his lips. No matter what he wished for, it seemed there was always another wish to be wished. At last, giddy with wishes, Finbar flung himself on his bed and fell fast asleep. In the morning he awoke to a noisy rabble outside. His friends had heard all about the wishing cap. "Wake up, Finbar!" cried Tom O'Rourke. "Give us some of your wishes." "Wish me up a pot of gold," yelled Paddy Sullivan. "I'll have a new wife," shouted Liam O'Mara. On and on his friends badgered him. "Wait!" cried Finbar as he pulled on his cap. "You can have your own wishes. I wish that all of you— No, wait. I wish that everyone in all of Ballybeg will have wishes galore." The Leprechaun King chuckled and cried, "Ha ha, let the fun begin." Then Finbar's friends cheered and clapped as they set off on their own wishing sprees. Mick McManus wished for a magic carpet, but no sooner had it whisked him off into the sky Then he slammed pell-mell into the steeple of Father Murphy's new church that had just sprung up in answer to his wish. Then Sadie Muldoon wished to be young and sprightly again, and when she skittered off for a paddle in the river, she found herself stuck thigh-high in a river full of chocolate wished up by wee Danny Dunn. More mishaps followed as wish after wish came true. Matters grew worse when people in other parts of town began to wish willy-nilly for this, that or the other. Silly wishes they were, the kind people make when they have no notion they'll ever come true. Oh, what a rumpus and a ruckus! Finbar tried to help. Up a tree he climbed and hung there shouting, "Mind what you wish for!" But no one listened. "I need to do something," Finbar decided, and he wished away all those wishes galore. He wished everything and everyone back to normal. But nothing happened. "Oh no!" gasped Finbar as he clapped hand to head. "My cap has fallen off. There's no wishing at all without it." He looked everywhere, but the cap was nowhere to be seen. "Now what to do?" wailed Finbar. Then Finbar got to thinking, and the thinking led to another idea. "Am I not still the finest fiddler in Ballybulbeg?" he said. "If I can't wish away this mess, then I'll fiddle it away." Off he dashed into his castle, and out he came playing his fiddle with a fire in his heart. Reel after reel, jig after jig now spilled out of him. Little by little the people left off their wishing and listened. They tapped their feet and slapped their knees. Then Finbar played a drowsy, dreamy song. The people closed their eyes and let his music seep into their souls. Deep below, from the Leprechaun halls, a tinkle of laughter wafted on the breeze. "Our favourite fiddler has learned his lesson at last," chuckled the Leprechaun King. Out of the corner of his eye now, Finbar spotted something hanging from the branch of a rowan tree. "My cap!" he cried as he jammed it on his head and wished everything and everyone back to the way it had always been. At once, the castle, the gold, the jewels, and all that had been whipped up with those wishes galore vanished. Now Finbar stood with his fiddle in one hand and his cap in the other. "But you still have wishes galore left, Finbar," someone cried. "What will you wish for now?" "Nothing," shouted Finbar. "Absolutely nothing at all." Then he tossed his cap up into the air. Higher and higher it spun, twisting and twirling. Up, up, up into the sky it whirled, never to be seen again. As for Finbar Flaherty, he became the finest fiddler in all of Ireland. There was magic in his music now, people said, almost like the sound of leprechauns laughing. And of course, they were right. Maybe after hearing this story, you might have some ideas for what would make a good wish, should you ever be given a wish by the Leprechaun King. Maybe this would give you some ideas for writing your own story about someone who is given a wish and what they choose to wish for. In any event, I'd love to see what pictures this story might have painted in your mind. It would be fun to see what you imagined happening when some of those wishes started clashing with other wishes. Since St. Patrick was a wonderful storyteller himself, I'd like to think this story would please him very much. And of course, the Irish people love their music as much as their stories. So, sharing this story with others would be the perfect way to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Cheerio then. Join me next time for Journey with Story.